Hello everyone, I am Dr. Preeti Khulbe and I'll be taking the topic pilot plant scale up technique today. So this is my fifth lecture of the pilot plant scale up technique. If you want to know in detail about the introduction of pilot plant studies, what is pilot plant, what is scale up, why it is important, what is the need of pilot plant, what is the GMP consideration related to the pilot plant, and all the things related to the pilot plant, you can go for the previous 4 videos you can watch. So first one is learning object. So learning objective of this unit is to know the various things related to the introduction as well as methods of the scale up. Why scale up is important, what is the role of scale up, what is what are the methods we can use for the scale up, you will came to know after the completion of this unit. Okay, other than that you will also know about the various types of dosage forms which are related to this. Okay, yeah, also you will know about the various things, various aspects related to the pilot plant scale up and GMP consideration related to scale up, you will came to know after the completion of this unit. Now the learning objective, learning outcome. So the learning outcome related to it is the need of scale up, why scale up is important, the pilot plant of various types of doses form, either it is solid, it is liquid, it is semi solid, so you will came to know after the completion of this unit. And last is advantages and disadvantages related to the scale up technique. What are the advantages, what are the disadvantages which which are there related to the pilot plant, you will came to know after the completion of this unit. Now in last class we have started the direct compression related thing. So direct compression, we were discussing about the tablet manufacturing procedures. So in tablet manufacturing we have discussed that the tablet manufacturing is a technique, is a very well known technique. So the factors are particle controlling. We are discussing about the method of compression. So tablet compression has mainly 3 methods. We have discussed about the wet granulation. We have discussed about the dry granulation. Now we are discussing about the direct compression. Actually, the direct compression method is that method in which we just directly compress the material, but it should have the direct compressibility characteristic. It is essential for this. So manufacturing steps for direct compression is the particle characteristics like mixing and segregation. Both the characteristics are there in it. After that, it has the many other things are also there. So the blend load is also there, the blender load, that how much amount of blender you are filling, and optimum mixing speed is also important, blending time and optimizing the process and validation of its performance is also important. So these are basically the steps or manufacturing steps of the direct compression. First one is particle characteristics, mixing and segregation. It is required for making the proper size distribution, shape, static charges, etc. Second one is blender load. Third is optimum mixing speed. Fourth is blending time, as well as optimizing the process and validation of its performance. All the things are important. Now aspects of optimization. So how we can optimize this type of direct compression methods is important. So aspects of optimization involve order of addition of components to the blender, mixing speed, mixing time. Mixing speed involves can be varied with the original direction as necessary, and mixing time is excessive mixing may fracture the fragile excipients and ruin their compressibility. So it's excessive mixing we can't do, and we can't do the less mixing. If we'll do the less mixing, then what will happen, it will not be uniform, and if we'll do the excessive mixing, so it may fracture the fragile excipients. Okay, use of auxiliary dispersion material within the mixer. Chopper blades may with a twin shell mixer we can use. Now increase efficiency and reduce agglomerates are the aspects of optimization in the blender. Now mixing action. So in mixing action, the mixing action by the is determined by the mechanics of the mixer. The changed by converting from one blender to the other, or by modifying the blender through addition of baffles or plates, okay, which would alter the mixing characteristics. So blender load is it affects the efficiency. At overload may reduce the free flow of granules and reduce efficiency. Similarly, localized concentration and content uniformity is there. Small load is sliding and rolling of powders in the blender. No proper mixing and increased timing of mixing is there. Now suitable for thermolabile and moisture sensitive APIs. It is also this direct compression method. It changes of the batch to batch variation are negligible, because the unit operation required for manufacturing processes is fewer. Now the particle size uniformity is also there in the case of direct compression. Now some demerits related to excipients are there, like problems in the uniform distribution for low dose drugs. So that's why we are making a sandwich. We have discussed it into the last class. Now high dose drug having high bulk volume, poor compressibility and poor flowability are not suitable for direct compression. For example, aluminum hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide. So it should keep in mind while designing the formulation that high dose drugs which are having the high bulk volume and poor compressibility, poor flowability, so these are not suitable for the direct compression, because there is no uniform content uniformity is there. Now direct compression diluents and binders must possess both good compressibility and good flowability. Okay, good flowability, directly compressible diluents and binders only we can use. Many active ingredients are not compressible either in crystalline or amorphous form, may lead to unblending because of difference in the particle size or density of drug and excipients. Similarly, the lack of moisture may give rise to static charges which may lead to unblending. Non-uniform distribution of colors, especially in tablets or of deep color. So if the deep color tablets are there, so it shows the non-uniformity of the colors. So many ingredients which are not compressible either in crystalline or amorphous forms cannot be cannot be made as the directly compressible tablets. So it may leads to unblending because of difference in particle size or density of drugs and excipients. Similarly, the lack of moisture may give rise to static charges which may lead to unblending. Non-uniform distribution of colors, especially in tablets of deep colors, are very difficult to produce. So basically we can say that there are many demerits which are related to it as there. Okay. Next demerits related to the process. So capping, lamination, splitting or layering of tablets related to air entrapment during direct compression is there. When air is trapped, the resulting tablets expands when the pressure of tablet is released. Similarly, the result it results in split of layers in the tablet. So basically, you know about the tablet defects. So many tablet defects are related to the this problem, like capping, you know, that upper or lower crown, if separated from the tablet, it is known as capping. Similarly, layers may, if there is separation, this is called lamination. Similarly, splitting, layering of tablets, and many problems may occurs by this. And even the product, if the colored product is there, so mottling problem is very common, which is related to the directly compressible powder. Now, in some cases it requires greater sophistication in blending and compression equipments. Similarly, expensive equipments are also used as a demerit for this. Now, next is the slugging. And slugging is also known as dry granulation. So for dry powders, blend that can't be directly compressed because of the poor flow or compression properties. It can be done on a tablet press designed for slugging. Pressure of 15 tons, normal 4 tons or less is there. Speed is slow since poorly flowable powders require more time to compress. Okay, so its speed is slow. Diameter of slugs is 1 inches for more easily slugged material, and 3/4 inches for materials difficult to compress. Okay, so if the material is difficult to compress, so diameter as per the required is selected. So we can select the diameter accordingly, the punch or die size diameter. Okay, so size is accordingly. Now schematic diagram of the slugging operation. So you can see here the upper feed hopper is there. Now vertical screws are there. Now here the pre-compression or pre-break granules is there. Pressure applied, horizontal feed and cycled compaction rolls are there. Now screen, after the passing through the screen, recycle system is there, and screen, then again it will lower hopper, and then compress and finished product is there. So here you can see two cycles are there. One is here and second one is here. The fine and the products are distributed. Okay, so this is a basic schematic diagram of the slugging process. Now material of very low density require roller compaction to achieve a bulk density sufficient to allow the encapsulation of compression. For example, densification of aluminum hydroxide. So the granulation handling and feed system, you can see the slide. Okay, yeah. Granulation handling and feed system. So additional handling can affect the content uniformity of drug and the particle size distribution. Okay, so if we'll do the additional handling, so it can also affect the content uniformity of the drug, and content uniformity will ultimately then affect the particle size distribution. Now segregation due to static charges may lead to flow problem through tablet press, hoppers and feed frames. Okay. This affects the tablet weight, thickness and hardness. Finally, poor content uniformity. Okay, if the weight will vary, so content uniformity will also not be there. Okay, tablet thickness, hardness may vary, thickness may vary due to this granulation handling and feed system problems. Now more sophisticated equipments are there, and in this the cleaning is basically a problem because it is a very sophisticated equipment, so it is very difficult to clean them. Equipment to be engineered for efficient and total cleaning. Okay, so the equipments which are there, to be engineered and efficient and total cleaning is there. Now, well written, documented and validated cleaning procedures are essential for such systems. Now, after the granulation, next step is compression. So you know that there are multiple things are there, like when we are designing a tablet. First we have discussed about the weighing, then there is a blending, then there is a granulation, dryer. We have discussed all of them. Now come to the next, that is compression. So compression, so functions of a tablet press: filling of empty die cavity with granulation is essential in case of functions. Pre-compression of granulation, this is an optional thing. Then compression of granules, then last is ejection of the tablet from the die and take off of the compressed tablet. Okay, so these are the steps we can say of the compression. Okay, first one is filling of empty die. Actually one die is there, another one punch is there, so I think no need to explain this in detail because now this is the topic which is in the final year and you must have studied in detail about the compression. Okay, so so filling of empty die cavity from granulation. First empty die cavity is filled by the granules, then pre-compression of granulation occurs, and after that compression of granules then granules were compressed, then tablets were ejected from the die cavity and it is take off from the compressed tablet. Now potential problems such as sticking to the punch surface, tablet hardness, capping and weight variation related detection may be there. Okay, so these are some things which are related to it. Okay. So these are the 3 steps. Okay, so basically in this we can use different type of machines. Either we can use a less punch, like 21 station machine. We can use the 43 station machines. Actually it is known as stations. Okay, so you can use it. Now control factors while selecting the speed of the press. So it is granulation feed rate is the first control factor for the for selecting the speed of the press. Okay. Next is the delivery system should not change the particle size distribution. Third, system should not cause segregation of pores and fines particles. Not it should induce the static charges. So this is some control. These are some controlling factor, right? A press की हम बात करें, so what is the tablet press? Actually press is known as the machine. Tablet punching machine is the tablet press. Okay, the die feed system must be able to fill the die cavity adequate in the short period of time that the die is passing under the feed frame. Okay. The smaller the tablet, the more difficult it is to get a uniform fill at high press speed. Okay. Die feed system must be able to fill the die cavity and adequately in the short period of time that the die is passing under the feed frame. Okay, so these are some, we can say the controlling factor is the granulation feed rate. Delivery system should not change the particle size and distribution, and it not causes the segregation of small and coarse, or we can say coarse and fine powders. Okay, the die system then must be filled the die cavity properly, and in the short period of time the die is then it passes the feed frame is there, feed frame say it will fill, and it will then the small tablet, the more difficult it is to uniform fill in the high speed press, for the small tablets, and if the large tablet is, so we can use the high speed press. Now, slowing down the press speed or using the larger compression rollers can be often reduce the capping in the formulation. So, as we discussed that there is a problem of capping in many formulation. So, the slowing down this particularly press speed or using the larger compression rollers can reduce this problem of capping. High level of lubricants or over blending can result in a soft tablet, decrease in wettability of the powder, and an extension of the dissolution time. Binding of binding to die walls are can also be overcome by designing the die to be 0.001 to 0.005 inches wider at the upper portion than at the center in order to relieve pressure during the ejection. Okay, so here the die wall is the die cavity or die wall designing is very important, and it should be to overcome the binding to the die wall, the die to be in this range 0.001 to 0.005 inches wide and at the upper portion, and then at the center in order to relatively pressure during the ejection the pressure will be, because by this the pressure will be okay. Yeah, so these are the single rotary press machine and double rotary press. So in single, you can see here in single rotary press only single hopper is there, whereas in double rotary press two hoppers you can see. So if you want to make a bilayer tablet, or two type of mixture of granules you want to take, so you have to use this double rotary press, otherwise you can go for the single rotary press as well. So here other things are same. Here the hopper, and yes, this is the hopper, after that here the dies are there. Okay, hopper से जितना भी material होगा it will come to the die, and here the feed frame is there, feed frame के through it will fill in the die, and in upper side there is a punches. Okay, this punches, and these are the on and off thing related to this, and here the power supply, and from here we can open this portion and we can adjust the thickness and hardness by rotating the screws inside it. Okay, so this is the single rotary, and similar thing is there in the double rotary also, or you can see this is the complete packed system. So this type of system is basically used to avoid any accidents during the compression machine, because if for example if there is any any person is involved in the compression, and tablet में tablet एकदम से जंप करके आ सकती है आपकी तरफ ड्यूरिंग, और पंच कभी कभी जंप करके आ जाता है, एकदम से निकल जाता है, कभी डाई एकदम से, डाई तो नहीं निकलती है, सब मोस्टली टैबलेट्स एंड पंचेस में ब्रेक ड्यूरिंग द प्रोसेस because it is an accident actually, not always. So this guard system provides the provide the guarding, basically we can say, to avoid these type of accidents. So here you can see this diagram, you must have seen many times. So this is basically, this diagram shows the compression cycle. So here you can see the tablets, punches are there, and dies are there. Here these are the empty dies, and once the once the material is filled in the die, this orange color shows the material. That material is filled into the die through the feed frame. Then what will happen? This the punch movement is there. First this upper punch comes down, and it you can see here the upper punch comes down. Gradually it is comes down, and it will compress the tablet. Okay, then after the compression, this upper punch go up, and lower punch is also coming up to eject the tablet. Okay, so this is the very basic compression cycle. And here the rollers are there, compression rollers are there, which are used to which are used to control the movement of these punches. Okay, here also again compression. So here you can see the compress and tablet. Here this stage is the compress stage, where the lower punch go up and upper punch go down, and it will compress it. Then ejection, in ejection the lower punch go up and eject the tablet. Upper punch will also go up. Okay, now this is the shear pin and load cell in tablet press. So upper compression roller, the upper punch you can see here, and this lower punch is seen, lower compression roll is there, and the round cell is there. Then there is a grange fitting is there, then connector is there, current, and the rotation cycle is there seen in here. Okay, so this is the shear picture of the this tablet press. So this is the different type of punches. So here you can see not only the punches, some dies are also there. Okay? So if we talk about the compression, okay, so as the name suggests, compression means compressing, pressing something. So we are making the tablet by pressing the material. Okay, now for the pressing of material, we need certain thing to press it and certain thing to fill the material. Okay, so the thing which is used to fill the material is related to the is known as the die, and the thing which is used to compress it properly is is known as punches. Okay, so punches, if we talk about punches, so punches are very different types. Like it is, there are it is known as tooling actually. the punches, set of punches and dies are known as tooling. So there is B tooling is there, there is D tooling, there is BD tooling, there is BB tooling. So there are different type of tooling. So you have already discussed, read about this tablet equipment's tooling. So that is a different part, but this will also come under the tooling. So there are different punches and different dies are also given. So you can see here. Okay, so this different dies and different punches decides the type and shape of basically the tablet. Here you can see the different shapes of tablets. Okay, so this different shape of tablet is due to the different type of dies or punches. Okay, so here you can see the double layer, triple layer tablet is there. This is the double layer tablet. This is again I think the double layer, the single layer tablet, double layer tablet, the thick tablet. Here the tablet is oval shaped tablet. So you have to write जिस तरीके की आप tablet बना रहे हैं, you have to write in your BPR that yeah, this type of tablet is we are making. Okay, here you can see two cuts are there, so maybe it is for the divided dose. One cut is there, so that divided dose में लेनी है, so we can easily break it. Okay, star shaped tablet is there. You can see here the plus sign is there to easily break it. And for the kids, look, the teddy type of tablet is there. Okay, the small heart shaped tablets are also there. These are the very little tablets. This may be for the hormones. Actually the potent drugs are where the बहुत ही ज़्यादा potent drug होगी अगर तो बहुत micrograms में होती है, so the excipients are also low. So this type of tablet we can use for this type of tablet. Okay, so here we can say that in this thing we have discussed about. So today's lecture we have discussed about the direct compression. So direct compression we have discussed is a certain thing which is which is very much used. So all the processes, if we compare the wet granulation, dry granulation and direct compression, so what is the result? We found out that the most commonly used method is wet granulation method. Okay, whereas the most simplest method is direct compression method. Okay, and third is dry granulation method, which is difficult, which is somewhat complex, and it is very less used, and it is only used it is only used when when both the rest of two methods are not not working actually. Okay, for example, if the material, first we'll check if we want to apply any type of compression method. So first we need to check it's either either the drug or the excipients are directly compressible or not. Okay, if it is directly compressible, so no problem, we can go for the direct compression method. But what if they are not directly compressible? Okay, then we'll check the moisture sensitivity of the tablet or of the formulation, as well as the thermostability of the drug. Because what will happen if the drug is moisture sensitive, because we are doing wet granulation, we are doing wetting of the ingredients, and if the ingredients are moisture sensitive, then it is very difficult to make them. Okay, similarly, if it is not, for example, it is not moisture sensitive but it is thermosensitive, that is it is temperature sensitive, and in the wet granulation method we have seen that after the granulation we have to we have to do the drying part also, spray drying, tray drying, we have oven drying, fluidized bed dryer. We have studied about many dryers, so drying is also essential. So what happened, wetting में तो कोई problem नहीं है, but in case if it is the problem in drying is there, so it is very difficult to prepare that type of formulation by wet granulation method. So we have to check for the both, either it is moisture sensitive or it is temperature sensitive. Okay, And if the drug is not moisture sensitive, not temperature sensitive, so what we used to do, what we have to do now, we have to check that, yeah, if it is not not compatible for both, that is it is also the not the moisture sensitive and not the temperature sensitive, so we can definitely go for the wet granulation method. But what if the sensitivity is there? So then we'll go for the direct compression method or dry granulation method. Okay, so these are some things which are related to these three compression processes. We have discussed about the all the manufacturing steps related to the direct compression, dry granulation, wet compression, the controlling factors. When you are doing the controlling factor, when you are discussing about the controlling factor, so one thing which is very essential to to know that always think that the time and speed for each and everything is essential. Okay, second thing, the load is essential, that is equipment study is very important. ठीक है, डायरेक्ट कंप्रेशन की बात करें तो भी what type of equipment are there, the basically the blenders are there used in the direct compression, so blender speed, blender time, blender load is important. In case of wet granulation also, the blender we are using the dryers, we are using the granulators, so for all of these the speed, load and time is important. Okay, and yeah, in dryer also the temperature of air, the pressure of air is also additional, but it is there. Okay, similarly in in direct compression also there are many controlling factors in which the feed system is important, the size of punches, size of dies. Okay, size of primary punching is very very important. Other than that, we have discussed about the feeding system, compression cycle. We have discussed that the two punches are there, the dies are there, how the movement of punches and dies are there, the main compression rollers, how they control the flow of the this punches. This we have discussed also in this class. We have also discussed about the different types of punches and the different type of tablets. Okay, so yeah, these are the references. For references, we are I am always saying the same thing, that there are multiple references of the journals, of the books, as well as of the magazines. So you can go for directly in the site, you can go for online offline books, you can go for journals also for the updates related to the pilot plant scale up. Books are essential, you have to read for the books. ठीक है, बुक्स से तो आपको पढ़ना ही है, बिकॉज द बेसिक इंट्रोडक्शन यू विल गेट इन द बुक्स. अदर देन दैट, द what is the current need, what is the current scenario related to the pilot plant scale up, this you will came to know in the through the journals also. Okay, journals only. Now yeah, so if we go for the objective questions related to it, so for objective question, the thing is that we have discussed about many objective question in our previous videos also. So you must go at the end of all the videos, because there are multiple type questions given, so that it is easy to understand you related to the topic MCQs. Now the first question related to this is control factors of the control factors of milling in pilot plant does not include. Okay, so milling की यहाँ पे बात हो रही है, we are talking about the milling. So what are the control factors in the milling, during the milling? So first is the speed of mill. Yes, it is important controlling factor. Okay, second is the second is the date of material feed. Yes, this is also there in the controlling factor. Next is the type of equipments. Yes, type of equipments are also there in the this in the controlling factor of milling of for the pilot plant. And last is the brand of the equipment. So I don't think brand is important, so that's why the answer is D. That means brand is not important, not a control factor of the milling. ठीक है, brand related to equipment basically. ठीक है, ये चीज़ mention करना ज़रूरी है, because brand related to excipients are sometimes essential, क्योंकि अलग अलग excipients के अलग अलग brand के particle size and bulk density may differ. Okay, so speed of mill, date of material feed, type of equipments, all are the controlling factor. The control factor of pilot plant which is not included here is the brand of the equipment. So our answer is D. Yeah. So the next question is scale up of blending in pilot plant includes. If you are doing some blending type of thing, okay, blender you are applying. So scale up of blending in pilot plant not includes. Is it include the blender size? Is it the mixing time? Is it the mixing speed, or all mentioned? So the answer is D, all mentioned. Why it is D? Because we have discussed that in each and every process, you are doing any process. So for each and every process, the in the scale up, the equipment study is very very important. And when we talk about equipment, then in case of equipment, okay, so all the things are important, like blender speed, blender size, blender time, mixing time, because mixing time may, if the mixing time alters, so it may alter the this also, the properties, it may alter the properties of the formulation. So mixing time is important, mixing speed is important, blender size is also important. So that means the answer is D, all mentioned. So the third question is which is not important related to the important in scale up of dry granulation. So dry granulation, when we talk, so which is not which is, or we can say the important for the dry granulation. Dry granulation, first one is A is forced used in slugging. So in dry granulation, force slugging is there, and in diameter of punch. Okay, so the force used in slugging is there, diameter of punches is there, mixing speed is there, or sizing is there. So the scale up of dry granulation, when we talk, so in case of dry granulation, we are going for the force used in slugging. Obviously it is important. The diameter of punches is obviously, yes, it is also important. Mixing speed, actually in dry granulation mixing speed is not so important, okay, and sizing is important obviously. So the answer is C. It is important, but it is not there in the when we are specifically talking about dry granulation. So dry granulation is slugging is more important than the mixing, okay. So that means that's why the answer is C, right answer. So the next question is reduced free flow of granules is due to, why the reduced free flow of granules occurs. So it is due to overloading, non-proper mixing, underloading or more mixing time. So improper mixing, or we can say reduced flow, is it due to the more mixing time? If we'll mix more time, then it is related to the flow. Not, it is not related to the flow. Actually it may fracture the fragile material if we'll do the more mixing. Underloading, if we'll underload the machine, so there is no such difference in the reduce in the free flow of granules is there. Not proper mixing, if proper mixing is not there, then again I don't think ki flow reduce hoga. It may alter, the alteration is flow is there, but flow reduction is not there. Yes, the answer is overloading. Overloading mein, when we overload the material, then there may be a reduce in the free flow of granules. Now the last step of compression cycle is either it is filling of empty die, it is ejection, it is pre-compression or compression. So the answer is very simple. First the die, what are the steps? First the die filling is there, then pre-compression is there, then compression is there, and last one is ejection. So yeah, the answer B is correct, because filling of die is the first step, ejection is the last step, pre-compression is the third step, and compression is the pre-compression is the second step, and compression is the third step. Okay, so fourth step is the last step is the ejection, जब tablet punch होके eject होगी. Okay, yeah. So this is all about today's lecture related to the pilot plant scale up. Hope you will like the video, and if you want the introduction related thing, then you can see my previous 4 videos related to the pilot plant scale up. So thank you so much.